Hi everyone, and thank you for joining. In this video I will show you how you can make this thermal stitch here. It has this name because it's a very thick stitch, as you can see here, so it's perfect for everything that has to be extra warm. For this stitch you just chain in a number that you like, so you don't have to be aware that's an even number or a multiple of something. Just go as long as you like. So I just made my slip knot here and will make a few chains for a small sample. Like this. So that should be fine. Now we start to work in the second chain from the hook, this one here, and make a single crochet. Then again, single crochet, and you go back all the row until you reach the end with single crochet. So the second and third row will be slightly different than the normal stitch. So in order to turn around, we chain one, turn, and now we will work in the back loop only. So this is where you poke in normally, but we don't do that, but poke in there. This is called back loop only. So poke in there. Then additionally, we poke in below the chain stitch of the first row. You always have to be aware that you poke in through the matching couples, otherwise it will be screwed or get a little wonky. So then you yarn over, pull through, and close your stitch. Then next one, back loop only. Always be aware that you don't use the loop twice. Then poke in below the chain of the first row, yarn over, pull through, and close. And again, back loop only. Poke in below the chain of the first row, yarn over, pull through, and close. And you just go on like this until the end of the row. This is how it should look like now. And the next row is still a little bit different from the further rows. So let's go on, chain 1 for the turn. And again, we work in the back loop only. And now always have to find the matching loop of the previous row, like this. So if you hold your crochet piece like I'm doing here, you can actually see it very well, which loops are the neighboring ones. So poke in, back loop only, and the farther you go, the easier it will be to see the matching loops. And again, yarn over, pull through and close. And again, you go on like this until the end of the row. So again, we are at the end of the row. This is how it should look like now. And like I said, it will be easier to see where to poke in row by row. So let's make the next row together. Chain 1 for the turn. And again, poke in, back loop only. Poke in below the loop of the previous row. Yarn over, pull through and close. And again, back loop only, poke in below the loop of the previous row, like this, yarn over, pull through and close. And again, this is how you go on until the end of the row. So, when you finish your project, you don't want to end with this visible edge there. So I will show you the final row of this pattern. For this row, we don't poke in there like we did for the last rows, but this time we will poke in the regular way for a single crochet. So below both loops there, and then poke in below the loop of the previous row. Yarn over, pull through and close. And again, poke in below both loops, poke in below the loop of the previous row, yarn over, pull through and close. And if you do that for the rest of the row, you will see that the edge where we are just poking under here will disappear. So you get a nice and neat ending for your crochet project.